Thailand has a lot of myths, a lot of misconceptions about the country that people do get wrong. So in this video, I'm going to tell you 8 myths about Thailand that you need to know. Alright, number 1, the first myth is that it always rains during rainy season. That is not correct. So, rainy season is between May to October, and then the dry season is November to April. When they say the rainy season, it's not exactly black and white. So basically, it will rain most days of the month. And when it does rain, it's very hard, very heavy. You might have some lightning storms, and it's like monsoon kind of rain. But the rain only lasts anywhere between half an hour to 2 or 3 hours maximum. And then after that, it's cleared up for the day. So most days it will rain, however, it won't be for too long. So that's the first misconception that people normally get wrong about Thailand. Yes, it's rainy season, but it's not all the time. Don't be one of those people that is put off to come Thailand during the rainy season, because I do get a lot of questions saying, can I come to Thailand in June? Can I come to Thailand in July when it's the rainy season? But of course you can. Obviously the weather's not going to be perfect. It will rain, but it's not all the time. So yeah. All right, number 2, the second myth is that everything in Thailand is dirt cheap. So there is that type of traveler that comes to Thailand, the backpacker. They want to do the 2 months across Thailand, 1 month across Vietnam, travel around Southeast Asia. And you can do that, you can go for it. But especially in Thailand, while there are cheap options such as street foods or hostels or things like this, that doesn't paint the whole story. So I've lived in Bangkok for a few years now, and I can tell you for a fact that if you want to live more of an expensive lifestyle, more of a bougie lifestyle, more of a lifestyle that even fits or caters to your needs that you could do back in your home country, is 100% possible. You've got incredible sky bars, really nice restaurants, fine dining, high-class restaurants here. Even things like the nightlife is going to add up if you're going out to these places such as RCA, Space Plus, Thonglor, Ekamai. It's not going to be a cheap night out, especially if you're going to do this every weekend. So while it is possible to find these mom and pop shops, I think they call it, or like these street vendors where you can get Isan sausage for 10 baht, 12 baht, or Kanombung for the same 10 baht, it's possible. You can do it. You can live on a cheap budget, but are you going to have fun with it, and are you going to be satisfied living on, say, $1,000 a month or £1,000 a month? No. I recommend if you're going to come here, have a budget of between $1,500 to $2,000. You can live really comfortably on that. I know friends that live on more than that, maybe have a budget of $3,000 a month or $4,000, which will go a really long way in Thailand. When I first came here, I was probably living on around £1,000 a month, which looking back on it, it's not enough. It wasn't a lot at the time, and nowadays it's more like around £1,500, £1,600 a month that I spend, and I can do everything that I want to do with that. I can go out and meet friends, I can have a good night in terms of nightlife, I can travel, I can afford these nice restaurants, taxis, flights, everything. So the second myth is that Thailand is not super dirt cheap. All right, myth number 3 is that if you've seen one temple, you've seen them all. I've heard that a few times, and that it couldn't be more further from the truth. So for example, I just went to Nan a couple months ago, and that is, if I'm not wrong, I think one of the provinces with the most temples in the whole of Thailand. And just in this province alone, in Nan, which is right in the north of Thailand, they have at least 400 or 500 temples. Every single road you go on, there's a new temple, and they're all unique. Some will be decorated with artistic flair, some will be made from gold or copper or silver. Probably not real gold or silver, but you'll see them all around. And even places like Bangkok, you've got incredible, unique temples all over the city. You've got the Cartoon Temple, got Wat Arun, many temples around the Grand Palace, or even just small local temples where families normally go to on a weekly basis. So don't just be the tourist that goes to 1 or 2 or 3 temples. Do get out there, explore a few, and you'll see the real beauty of Thailand. All right, number 4, the next myth is that you won't be able to find anything that you need. So that is just plain false. So Thailand for me is really convenient, especially in Bangkok. You have 7-Elevens everywhere, Tops, Macro, Gourmet Market, and then obviously there's Lazada and Shopee, which you can do online. So all of these places you can get anything you want within a click of your fingers, just like that. If you're worried about coming here for the first time and not packing enough in terms of clothes, t-shirts, sun creams, essentials, you can get it. You don't have to worry about that. So don't overpack, and just always know that there's always a 7-Eleven no more than a couple of 100 meters away. All right, myth number 5 is that Thailand is very unsafe. So I've been here for a few years, and personally when I compare it to all that I can do, which is England, however, when we're talking about road safety, bike accidents, car accidents, for sure, Thailand is definitely one of the worst in the world. And in that sense, it's not safe. I've seen bike accidents myself. I actually have a bike, so I've drove around Bangkok and different parts of Thailand. And you see that it can be very sketchy and dangerous. There's a lot of people that don't wear helmets. The road rules are different. There's bikes whizzing and zipping all through the cars. So in terms of the roads, it can be dangerous. However, overall, I feel super safe, especially in Bangkok, walking alone at night. You have no problems. And I find that it's because of the culture and the religion here. A lot of people here are Buddhist. So maybe that reflects in the way they treat others. They have respect, and there's the whole why culture and just treating others how you wish to be treated. And I really see that in the culture of Thailand. And that's one of the reasons why I love being here, because the people are so great. I've probably been back to England once a year over the past couple of years, so 4 or 5 times while I've been living in Thailand. And I remember one story that when I went back there, I was on a night out, completely unprovoked attack on me. Some guy came from behind, punched me in the side of the face, and then just ran off. And at the time I was living in Bangkok for a few years, and just thought to myself, that would never happen in Bangkok, Thailand. And while I've been in Bangkok, I have seen probably one fight while I've been here, and obviously that was around a nightlife area where people were drunk, and that was actually involving foreigners, not Thai people. So overall, it feels super safe to be in Thailand, and there's none of that anxieties that you have while living in England. Just take, for example, the street crime in England right now. I see a lot of videos online of these guys in gangs in London where they're fully dressed in black, they're on these electric bikes, and they're taking phones from people or just stealing from people right in plain sight. So, yeah. All right, myth number 6, you need a lot of vaccinations before you come to Thailand. So this is a very common practice in my country, England, is that when you go into Thailand, you go to the doctors, you tell them, and they're like, oh, here's a massive list of all the vaccinations that you need, whether that's hepatitis A, hepatitis B, tetanus, typhoid, rabies, all these different list of vaccinations. And I remember in the beginning, a few years ago before I came to Thailand, it kind of scared me with the doctor telling me this kind of information. I thought, wow, am I going to be safe? Am I going to be okay when I go to Thailand? And in actual fact, you don't really need them. I mean, yes, you could get bit by a stray dog and you could get rabies, but the chances are very, very, very slim. And out of all my friends that live here that are foreigners, I've never seen them have any problems in terms of these specific diseases or symptoms. Apart from one, which is dengue fever, I'd probably say that one is probably the most in terms of the highest priority. The advice that I would give to you is just to live a healthy lifestyle, take your supplements, and you won't need to worry so much. Eat clean, travel, exercise, treat your body well. For me, I'm really into my supplements, so I love vitamin D, good for immunity, good for energy, zinc, vitamin C if you are sick, and just taking a multivitamin, keeping your body healthy, in good shape, good neck, and most importantly, exercise. Of course, Thailand is a hotbed for tourists, but do know that there are actually no compulsory vaccinations required to come here. All right, number 7, next myth is that Thailand is dirty and underdeveloped. So yes, there's parts of Thailand which are underdeveloped, whether it's far east in the country or small provinces where it's not as developed as, say, Bangkok or Phuket or Chiang Mai. However, overall, it's a super developed modern country with great infrastructure. And I might be biased because I do live in Bangkok and I've been here for a few years, but for me, Bangkok is one of the greatest countries in the world, and it's super modern and developed. You'll have the BTS, the MRT, which is like a sky train, and then a subway. You've got sky bars, which are super incredible. Octave, Labua, Above 11, Tichuca, which is this incredible bar. And an endless amount of restaurants in places like Tonglaw, Ekamai, Siam, Chitlom. And yes, you will find soys which have rats and cockroaches, but for the whole general basis of Bangkok, it's quite clean in my opinion. And you'll find a super modern feel to the city. There's incredible condos here, especially. For example, I just recently visited my friend's condo in an area called Chitlom, super developed and modern, quite pricey, but he lives on a 46th floor and you can see the entire city from there, and it's absolutely incredible. So if you do want to live this bougie modern lifestyle, you can. You don't have to live cheap. And I think Bangkok is quickly becoming a megacity, just like you have all these megacities in China. Bangkok is way up there on the list. So I think I recently saw a stat that Bangkok is high up on the list for having the most billionaires in the world. I think it's ranked around 30th or 40th for most billionaires in one city. So that says it all, really. All right, and the last myth, number 8, eating street food makes you sick. You'll probably hear a lot of people say that. And for me, how many times have I got sick from the street food whilst being here in 5 or 6 years? Once. That's it. Yes, there's always a risk that it could happen. However, in my experience, I've ate street food lots, whether it's mango sticky rice, Isan sausage, various kinds of meats like moving, anything else like that. And I've never really had any problems. I did actually have some problems when I ate street food in India, but let's not talk about that. And for me, one of the best things about Thailand is the food. And I've noticed actually the same with Thai people as well. When they leave the country and they go abroad, I ask them, what do you miss most about Thailand? And apart from the family, they say Thai food. So don't be one of those tourists that comes here and just eats the ham and cheese toastie from 7-Eleven every day, or your typical American or English or Italian food. Well, I do love Italian food, but try it. Get out there, try all different types of food, see what you like, and just explore. And even if you do get sick from the street food, you're going to build up your immune system, so win-win. All right, that's my 8 myths to know before visiting Thailand. Do let me know if I missed anything or what you think in the comments. And as always, see you next time.